Hi, I'm Scott with Marc's Mobility. Today I'm going to show you how to use the different types of load testers on your batteries and how to check the batteries on your Powerchair. This is for sealed lead acid batteries. If you want to order batteries for your Powerchair, we do sell them. You can click the link right up here. So please stay tuned. So before we start taking a look at the batteries, I want to go over the different types of load testers. So we have our digital load tester right here on my left. This load tester is powered by the battery and will give you a more accurate reading. It can tell you how much percentage of health is left on your battery. The other type of load tester we have is the carbon pile load tester. This tester will put a physical load on the battery and measure its performance. So these have different applications. You will most likely see the carbon pile, especially if you're going to an auto shop or something like that to get your batteries tested. So this will be your most likely one, but they could have this one. There are some advantages, but I will show you how to use both. So before we begin, I want to mention that your batteries should be charged before you do a load test on them. If the batteries are dead, they could still be good, but if they're dead and don't have a charge, it will not register on the load test. So make sure you're charging your batteries for about 6 to 8 hours before load testing them. So I do have 3 different types of batteries here. We've got a bad battery that is just completely dead. I'll show you what that looks like. We have a bad battery that has been charged and it has some life, but it is still not good. Then we have a brand new battery that is good and should be performing just fine. I'm going to start with the good battery and show you what a good battery should be load testing like. I'm going to start with our digital load tester. We have 2 alligator clips. We have positive and negative. Negative being your black, positive being your red, and it is labeled on your battery as well. So I'm going to put these on, and this is what powers our load tester. You'll see it turning on from here. And we want to select battery test. These are AGM batteries. You might have gel batteries as well, but since these are sealed lead acid batteries, we're going to go with the AGMs. Hit enter. We're going to do a cold cranking amp test, so I'm going to select that. And then each size battery has a different cold cranking amp that it's rated for. I'm going to put up a little chart so you can see that whenever we do the digital test. These are 55 amp batteries, so 350 cold cranking amps is what we want to test it at. And I'm going to hit enter. It takes a few seconds, but it will test the battery. There we go. These are brand new batteries. It says the health is 100%. So they are fully healthy. Like I said, brand new. Charge is 90%, so it could be charged for maybe 30 minutes or so. But this is what a good battery should look like on your digital tester. Now we're going to look at our carbon pile tester. Again, we have 2 alligator clips. I'm going to go ahead, I'm not going to connect them just yet. I want to explain what we're looking at. So we have our amp meter on one side. These are 55 amp batteries. So when we do our test, the needle should be hovering around the 55 amp benchmark right there in the green. And then this is our volts. So when I put this on, it's going to hover in the green here, and I'm going to steadily apply a load. You'll see that needle go down as I apply the load. I'm going to stop the needle right in the green right before it hits the red. There's putting stress on the battery. We want to see that needle stay still and hold. If that needle starts dropping, that means we have a bad battery. It cannot handle a load. So I'm going to start again with our alligator clips going onto the negative and positive terminals. You can see the voltmeter goes up. Amp meter is at 0 now because I have not applied a load to the battery yet. I'm going to steadily apply the load. Once we do apply the load, we want to hold it about 10 to 15 seconds. If your battery is bad, you'll know almost immediately. But about 10 to 15 seconds. Some load testers actually have an alarm that goes off once it's been on long enough. You don't want to hold it because it will get hot and overheat, so you don't want to just leave it on. So now I'm going to apply my load. You'll see the amp meter go up and the voltmeter go down. I want the voltmeter to be in the green. There we go. We're actually hovering above the 55 amp hour mark, but you see that it's holding steady. It is not dropping. So with a load applied onto the battery is holding. That's been about 10 seconds, so I will take the load off. Again, this is a brand new battery. That's what it should look like. If you don't have access to a load tester, you can use a voltmeter. It's not going to be the most accurate test, but I'm going to set it up, and then each of these batteries is 12 volts. So we should be getting about 12.5 to almost 13 volts out of a good battery. So I'm just going to touch these in. I'll pick it up so you can see. I'm not making good contact. So you can see about 12.5 volts we're getting. So this is a good battery. A bad battery will show less, and I'll show you that on the next few batteries. So now I've got a bad battery that is fully charged. I actually had another battery I was going to use, and it didn't have enough power to even power this, so I had to swap it. So I've got this battery. It's fully charged, but it's not good. You'll notice it says July of 2023. It is currently January of 2024. It's only been a few months. This battery should still be good, but if batteries sit for about 6 months without being charged or used, that can kill their capacity, which is most likely what happened to this one. So if you're not using your chair or scooter, just charge it for once a week for 5-6 hours. At least keep your batteries topped off. This is what can happen if you do not do that. So I'm going to connect my clips. Our load tester is going to turn on. Then these are 55 amps. So I'm going to select AGM, cold cranking amp, and then 350. I should have this chart up again for you. And then I'm going to hit test. So you'll see the charge is at 86%, so it should have enough charge to give an accurate test, which it is, and we're at 42% health. This battery needs to be replaced. It will not work for your Powerchair. Now we're going to use our carbon pile load tester. This is the battery I originally had selected. The other battery that tested at 42%, the carbon pile load tester would not detect that. This load tester detects whether it can handle a load or not. It won't tell you any percentages or anything. So that other battery is bad. It's got about half capacity. But the carbon pile load tester would not detect that. It just detects whether you can put a load on a battery or not, which this one, I'll go ahead and tilt that so you can see. Once I put this on this battery here, notice it is putting out some voltage, but it's in the replace range. And the second I put a load on, you'll see that go even lower. So the second a load hits, it goes down. So this is a very bad battery. This is the one that did not have enough juice to actually turn on my digital load tester, so I had to get another battery. But a bad battery that has been fully charged, it does have charge, but it is in the replace range. It is not putting enough power to actually power any unit at all. Now we're going to do our voltmeter test just to see what happens. I'm going to set it up. And we're getting 6.5 volts. Out of a 12 volt battery, that's not good. So this is a bad battery, it needs to be replaced. Now for our bad battery that is completely dead. I'm going to get our digital load tester on. One thing to note with the digital load tester that I have personally noticed, maybe it's just this one, but batteries under the 35 amp hour mark, like the small batteries, it is not super accurate. I've just noticed good batteries showing up at low health on this, just because I don't know if the amperage of the battery is enough to accurately power this. But I'll show you what a battery looks like on the digital load tester. I put my clips on and nothing happens. There's just not enough power to power this unit. So this is a bad battery that is completely dead. Now I've got my carbon pile load tester out. I'm going to put our clips on. It jumped up just a tiny bit, but there is nothing left in this battery. It's not going to pull a single amp. Even when I do put a load in, that's just going to drop to 0 immediately. There it goes. So again, this is a dead battery. And for fun, we'll do our voltmeter test. We should be getting almost nothing out of this. 1 volt out of a 12 volt battery. So that's what a really dead battery looks like. And these are sealed lead acid batteries. Sealed lead acid batteries should last about 2 to 3 years if you're keeping them healthy and used regularly. You'll notice the range on your Powerchair or scooter will just gradually decrease. So this is how to check to see if your batteries are low or not. But again, if you are not using your unit and it is sitting, not being used or charged, or if you have it plugged in for a long amount of time, like say you leave it plugged in for 6 months straight, that does not count. Most chargers shut off or put it on a float charge once the battery is full. If these batteries sit for 6 months, it will look like this and they will die. So make sure your batteries are being used regularly, or if not used, just plug it in for 5 to 6 hours once a week, and that will keep them topped off enough to get that 2 to 3 years you should be getting. That has been how to use a load tester on your batteries and determine if your batteries are good or not. If you like this video or you have any questions or you need to order batteries, feel free to give us a call, and thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.